Welcome to the first episode of the 2019-2020 ECS Fresh Friday. Now this year's Fresh Friday is going to be all about students, faculty, and coaches who are making a difference in ECS. Our first interview was with Kyra, a senior who's not only playing volleyball, but helping coach younger Eagles to volleyball success. All right, so I am here with Kyra. Kyra, say hi to everybody. So, Kyra, you are playing volleyball, you are the senior class secretary, and now you're also coaching volleyball. How are you able to manage all those?
Well, I kind of just don't have any free time, first of all. And I try to get as much schoolwork as I can done at school. But other than that, if I need to get work done, I just stay up and do it.
Very committed. How did you get involved in coaching?
Well, 2 years ago, I was a student coach under Coach Chris Hall. She's awesome. She's coaching the middle school teams this year as well, and I was her assistant. And this year, whenever they couldn't find a 7th and 8th grade JV coach, Coach Manning came to me and was like, "Hey, you're our only senior. Do you want to step up and do this for us?"
All right, so what's the one thing you enjoy most about coaching the girls?
Oh my goodness. Okay. I would probably just say being able to have that experience, because that's something that I've kind of thought about doing later in life as like not my main job, but part of my job. So it's good experience, first of all, and then just getting to know these girls and watching them grow and how they play is awesome.
All right. So you've given a lot of your time, as you said, you don't really have any free time, to help these girls improve their skills. What ultimately makes it worth you giving up your time for this?
I don't know, like I said just a second ago, the experience is absolutely amazing. I love coaching them. I love being able to go to practices and make them do drills that are really hard and like really suck, aren't fun, and still make it fun and see them laugh and just enjoy themselves with it.
So, like, you said during those drills, how do you implement, the drills that really suck with, having fun and keeping the girls ultimately encouraged and keep wanting to play?
The number one thing that I've been like drilling into their heads this year is that they have to be encouraging each other, and that morale is the most important thing in any sport, because if you get your morale down, it's going to ruin your whole game. So during practices, during games, I'm always encouraging them like, hey, give each other a high five. Say, you get the next one. Let's go. And then just be loud. Volleyball, you have to be loud and call the ball and all of that stuff. So it's a lot of yelling, but not necessarily angrily, but in a good way.
How many times have you lost your voice during games and practices?
During coaching games, I don't think I have yet. During playing games, twice.
While Kyra has been playing some of the sports, one man is responsible for setting up the ECS sports. The athletic director, Mr. Dunham Asher, was able to catch up with him and talk to him about the future of ECS sports. Let's take a look.
Where do you think ECS sports is at right now?
I think we're at the beginning stages. I think that, we're starting a lot of new programs. For example, you're on the team. We're starting a boys soccer program this year. We're in our second year of a girls soccer program. We'll be in our second year of a boys baseball program, second year of boys basketball. So we're very new. I think that we're positioning ourselves very well. I mean, we're already in a conference. A lot of small schools can't do that. I do think that the future is obviously bright because I think that we're laying a pretty strong groundwork, and our school is growing tremendously.
What has it taken to get to this point, though, to have all these sports, to be successful in like soccer or basketball?
Oh man, it's eventually we're going to be a school. I mean, I truly see this. We're going to be a school that is going to be a powerhouse in many sports, because we're small. And what that means is that I really think we're going to win a lot of state championships because we're in the lower classes. But I'm never going to forget these first group of kids like yourself and like Caleb Coyle and Victor Cospade, who laid the groundwork in order for us to be able to do that in the future. I am super pleased. I mean, with how, for example, our boys soccer team, we've already had 2 or 3 wins, in the season, in our very first year. And eventually what's happening is that the kids won't leave to go to a Castle or Memorial, because they're going to see how strong our sports programs are here at ECS. And that's the main thing that I'm excited about. It's not about winning state championships or having a lot of wins this year. Like our boys basketball team had 1 win last year, and I was just so proud of them. It's more than that. It's allowing kids to be able to have a faith-based education for 4 more years, and really the most important part of their lives. I mean, I remember my 4 years of high school like the back of my hand, and I'm getting ready to turn 51. I mean, it's just very impressionable years, and I wish I had the opportunity to go to a Christ-led school. So I'm really excited about it.
Can you speak to the influence that a strong athletic program has on a high school like ECS?
Well, I think it all depends on the leadership, and that starts with, obviously Mr. Allen down to me, down to the coaching. We have to have coaches that are not transactional but more relational. I want coaches that build relationships with kids, that love kids, and that the kids want to play for. You get coaches like that, success will happen. It just will. So that's the most important thing to me. It's not, I mean, I am competitive. I want to win. But more importantly is, do we have solid individuals like Coach Miller? Coach Miller, he's going to probably experience the biggest losing season in his entire coaching career, because he coached at Washington. But he is building relationships with those girls, and those girls know that he loves them. And he's gotten 20 girls out, to the program, and those girls are going to carry on relationship with him beyond high school. And so that's kind of what I'm looking at as athletics. Is I want athletics to be a vehicle to mold you young men and women in a way that would be honoring to Christ, and I think that starts with the leadership.
Now, one of the sports that Mr. Dunham has helped create is cross country. Will caught up with one of the cross country runners, Victor, to see his opinion on the season.
Hello, Eagles. I'm Will, and I will be the interviewer of a member of the ECS high school cross country team, Mr. Victor.
Hello.
I just have a few questions for you, straightforward, all that. First question is, how does it feel to be the team captain of the cross-country team?
It feels great. It's an absolute and true honor to be a captain of a team that I've been with for the longest time now, ever since the end of grade school for me, or middle school rather, I should say. It's been a true honor and experience to be part of a team that I've been with, and just to enjoy the time together and to lead on that team, and just to be a part of something special going forward, regardless of whatever it may be, and that especially in being a leader and playing a role model for all my teammates.
All right. So I know that you have your face on a poster on the wall in one of the hallways for downstairs next to the healthy vending machine. How does that feel to have your face on a poster representing the cross country team?
It feels great. Just to have each and every individual aspect of a piece of senior representation in high school athletics come together in our high school. But your face especially on a team that you lead and represent going into the future, and going back to what I said, is it being just something special. It's just truly great. Even if I may be the only one, or anybody else may be me elsewhere, it's just a matter of fact that there's somebody that leads and represents something that's special going into the future, and that's truly meaningful and heart-touching to me.
All right. So my next question is cross country your favorite sport, and if so, why or why not?
Yes, it's definitely one of my favorite sports for sure. One of the main reasons why is just the special relationships and time spent with fellow teammates and friends that ultimately strengthen our relationships, and with my coaches as well. It's also for it being just a great exercise and just very stress and anxiety relieving, and just getting up and just getting away. I mean, it's great just to stop and just do something else, or for that matter, do something that you'd want to do, just aside from that of just going through everyday life.
This year was the first year for the ECS boys soccer team. Now, Brayden caught up with one of the team captains, Caleb, to talk about the season thus far.
So we're here with Caleb, and we're going to ask him some questions about boys soccer. So why did you choose soccer over all the other sports?
Well, I chose soccer originally because I thought it would be a neat thing to play this year with the first boys varsity soccer team. And also Mr. Miller kind of influenced me to do it. He wanted me to play, so yeah.
So is there anything that you'd like to achieve in this season of soccer?
Well, I think just working together with my fellow teammates, just getting us to all play together as a team is the biggest thing. And then personally, I think it would be really, really cool to do a bicycle kick into a goal, but, that's pretty hard stuff.
So do you find it hard to balance school and sports?
I think sometimes, like with the games, when they go really late, that can be difficult. For the most part, it's not too bad.
Is there anything you'd want to change about how the school does soccer?
No, I can't find anything I would want to change. I've loved it.
Okay. Well, thank you for doing an interview with us.
Let's talk about someone that's not only making a difference in our ECS, but in the community as well. Madison is one of 3 members of the Changemaker program that's helping to create and better Evansville. Will caught up with her to talk about her project.
Okay, what is up? I am Will, and I'll be interviewing Madison here. Well, I'm just going to start from the top and then, go from there. So, how excited are you to be a part of the Changemaker project this year?
I'm very excited. I think we have a really strong group of girls, and I think that we're going to go really far.
Yes, that sounds awesome. What made you decide to be a part of this project? It's okay. Take your time. You can take your time.
Leave.
There's some rowdy people back there.
A couple years ago, I went to go watch the Changemaker program at UE, and I was just really inspired by the other students, and I really just knew then that I wanted to do it someday.
That sounds awesome. Inspirational. Do you think you'll win this?
I think we have a really strong idea and a really strong group of girls, so I'm confident that we're definitely going to make it to the final few groups, and I think that we could possibly win.
I think you'll win, too. It is ECS, so we wish for the best. Any hints of what you're going to do?
Well, kind of like, I don't know, I guess the summary of our idea is we have like a solar-powered kind of like water wheel that we want to put in the. Okay, can we just redo that and you can just cut it in? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So like we have a solar-powered water wheel. Yeah. Like we have a solar-powered water wheel. Yeah. To collect. So our idea is kind of that we have a solar-powered water wheel that we want to put into the Ohio River that uses like all renewable energy, so it doesn't put anything back into the water. It just kind of picks up trash and pollution, and then what we want to do with that trash and pollution is we want to reach out to local coffee shops, and we want to make Evansville merchandise out of that pollution and plastic and all that kind of stuff.
Seems legit. Well, that's all for today, Eagles. Woo!
As many of you might know, the seniors from ECS have been traveling to the University of Evansville to be taking some morning classes. Brendan caught up with one of the seniors, Victor, to talk about his experience so far.
All right, I'm here with Victor. Today I'm going to ask him a few questions about the UE seniors. So, Victor, how does it feel to be a part of this option that UE is giving you?
So actually, it is a absolute honor to have this opportunity to go ahead and take college classes ahead of time. Especially that we're going to go ahead and get college credit going into college that is transferable, and it also prepares us for college classes ahead of time and what they may encompass, I feel like. So overall, it is a very great opportunity that I could not be more grateful for.
What do you do with this special option that UE is giving you?
We take 2 classes. We take Discussions 110 and we take Communications 130. Discussions 110 is overall discussions about college, whereas Communication is 130 is about communications in general and how humans as individuals perceive communications from one action to another every day.
Alrighty. Do you enjoy doing this, and why?
Yes, so far I definitely enjoy both my college classes because many reasons, the class in general and my professors in which I'm communicating with to take these classes and the content that is being covered that ultimately is a life skill that will prepare me for the future in many ways aside from that of another.
All right. Thank you for coming out here, Victor, and this was it. Thank you, guys.
Well, that's it for this first edition of ECS Fresh Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Keep your eyes peeled for new morning announcements and Fresh Fridays, but also look out for the sibling tag produced by Keeley and Carson. Thank you so much and keep doing great things, Eagles.